Benjamin Khan here for SecondsOut. It's a pleasure to be joined by Chris Eubank Sr. and Harlem Eubank, looking at the pictures of sartorial elegance, as per usual. One in the flesh, the other in the ring, described as sweet. Have we truly seen the talents of Harlem Eubank in the ring so far? And we will see it on Friday, Chris.
I don't believe you've seen it. Not to the extent that you're going to see it on Friday. The reason I say that is I'm now on the team. So I'm involved now every day. So when one of these inflections comes to me, I get on the phone and call him and tell him, try this, look at that, keep this in mind. So he's always getting now the information. The information I give is the how. And everything that I've told him over the years, I've always seen him produce it in the next fight. So we have a live wire here, Connor. Oh, let me just rephrase that. Nigel, we have a Eubank here, okay? Get the message. He's the one. Yeah, stop trying to boil my son down to 160. He walks around now at 12 stone 3. He can't get down to that weight anymore. Leave him alone. The fight was boycotted last time, and it will be boycotted again, but that's gone now. Now the fight is made, okay? We've called you out, and Harry here, yeah, my Harry, okay? He beats you, Connor. I'm not going to be disrespectful to you. I've never been disrespectful to you. In fact, all I've done is support you. You know, let me ask you a question. Who on your side came out and supported you? The boxing world condemned you after you failed those tests. Only I know that you are not guilty of any of that foolishness. I don't get it. Okay, so tell me, it's criminal. Okay, and criminal means they're running amok. Okay, Mr. Smith at the Boxing Board of Control is going to come down hard on you. The law just spoke it. It is so. Okay, all numpties are going to get crushed. All of them. Yeah.
Senior, were you surprised by that when it was put to Conor Bennett fell on deaf ears for the fight with Harlem, and also that Eddie might pursue the fight with Eubank Jr. and Benn and maybe go on a different route other than the British Boxing Board of Control?
Well, he's been trying to do that. You know, the public have to know that the fight is wrong because the weights are wrong. You know, the weights fight the same weight. You don't fight 2 weights above you. That's running amok. You can't, this is not a fantasy thing. Fighters lose their lives. Fighters end up crippled. Yeah? That's what happens when you're weight drained. Okay, 147 and 147, that is the law. You can't make things the way you want them because of your own ego. Ego has done this to you. Yeah. And that's not fair to the fighter. 147. Fights 147. Anyone who agrees with me, can they put this to the management team of Conor? 147 fights 147, because this is like 1-on-1 makes 2. It isn't complicated, which is where the word numpty comes from. Do you think they'll call him numpty? It's not what I want, but the truth is the truth. It may cause offense, but a lie, it's not a lie. Is it a lie? No, it's not a lie. You're putting the lives of fighters in danger. And I've experienced, I've been in it. Yeah. We the fighters, I speak as though I am one, we the fighters, we need the protection of the Boxing Board of Control, because these predators will do anything to make money irrespective of the consequences to the fighters. So, where there is injustice, there's a threat. There's a threat, and we have to stand up against injustice.
Chris, can I ask you about 2 gentlemen you know very well, that being, first of all, Louis Theroux, had a conversation with Anthony Joshua, which aired yesterday on TV. And something that resonated with me was that Anthony Joshua said he doesn't love a sport that doesn't love him back. And during your career, it can be said that whilst you were active, maybe you didn't get the full backing of the fans until you retired. You really felt the love, or towards the end of your career, really felt the love from the fans there. Do you resonate with what Anthony Joshua is going through right now, that he's not feeling the love from the boxing fans?
he had a promoter, or I don't know if he's still with the promoter, but he had a promoter who actually put him in a world championship fight at 16 fights. That's reckless. That's running amok. You know, a man with muscles because a man has muscles, it doesn't mean he can fight. You still have to learn. So you've got to get your experience. So that's why the bar in the heavyweights have been set so low, because he became the picture of the heavyweight champion at 16 fights. So you know what he did to boxing there? He brought again the bar down low, which is why you have these guys running around now talking about they're talking. Oh, they're aggressive. They're breaking tables. Can they fight? If you compare these heavyweights, okay, because that bar was set so low, can you compare their skill sets to a man like Harlem? You can't. He's learned the art. So what's the difference? Why are they getting so much publicity? It's a mock. It's a trick. You know, I'm interested in real fighters, not fighters who just, you know, I'm going to come in, say a few words and get my social media behind me and make a big splash. No, that's fun. Even I enjoy it. But it's not boxing. Boxing is the king of sports. Horse racing is the sport of kings. The king of sports is boxing. It's modern day gladiating. Okay, and what we have to go through is inexplicable. And the point of fact is it should not be run by predators or promoters or numpties. It shouldn't be run by people who are putting the lives of these men in danger. Real and present danger.
Boxing is the king of sport, and I won't contest that, but that was put to contest a couple of weeks or last weekend between Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou. A lot of people put Tyson Fury as the defender of the sport of boxing and say that he had to make sure he beat him resoundingly and not let someone who was making their debut, have any real success, but he was able to put him down, was able to, cause a stir and commotion in the sport of boxing.
No comment.
Is it reckless as well? Do you feel?
Again, the bar was set at a level that I can't speak. I can't speak on that level. I don't have any language for that level, so I can't comment on it. What I can say to you is this: on Friday, Harlem is going to show a skill set that should actually put into the mind's eye of the people the way it should be done. You know, there's a way to throw a right hand, there's a way to throw a jab, there's a way to have poise and balance. You know, when you compare his abilities to the ability of these people you just mentioned, it's shameful. It seems I've come back onto Conor. Conor has a beautiful style. He's competent as a boxer. And he's a fighter. He wants to rip into you. But the fight has to be fair. You know, you're picking on someone who is 34 years old. He's 34 years old. You know, Junior isn't the fighter that fought Nick Blackwell or Alvi Yildirim. If you look at his performances then, you'll see the explosive mega machine that he was. That was 7 years ago. Okay, he's not that now. This is just a fantasy fight that the promoters want, the public, and the promoters have tricked the public. Sorry, the promoters have tricked the public into wanting that fight. Well, I want that fight, but 147 is the weight. Junior isn't that weight. Harlem is. The gold is.
Thank you for the insight, gentlemen. I appreciate it. All the best for Friday. Thank you, sir. Thank you.